Too Many Bones. This is one of my favorite solo experiences. I'm going to be playing two heroes today. We'll have Duster and Ghillie. I'm doing Heroic Adventurer mode, which means I get one training point each. So I gave them each an extra health. And then before day one begins, I will get another training point. So we will start by popping out day one, and then I will add the training point. We will start with special encounter number 1. Let's see if we can get into focus. It appears all sorts of the creatures make their way in and out of the sewers. Beyond the sunlight, mechs flying overhead, and guards on the hill. A timid geophage is making its way northeast along a fairly well-concealed path. Given the guards in drone the slip in diverting north, even for an afternoon, seems like a bad idea when the end destination lies in the opposite direction. However, who knows what kind of treasures one may find in one of the geophage's stomachs. So that is my special encounter. As you can see, this is day one, so no attack. I have two choices. One is to skip the recovery phase today, which I don't know if I want to do because I did the upgrade of health, so I want to get to my full health. And the other is Goats Are Silly, stay focused, and then I would get 2 training points. I'm going to take the Goats Are Silly, stay focused. I'll get 1 treasure per gear lock and 2 training, which actually will be 3 training altogether, and we get 1 success right there. So we move up the path to get towards Colossum, who I need to get 5 successes within 7 days. So now I have 3 training points. I think for both of them, I want to boost their dexterity for 1. So they'll both be at 4 dexterity. Next, for Duster, I'm going to go his dagger because it puts a bleed condition, and the bleed condition can be really, really good. And for the second one, and last for Duster, this is where it's tough. I like throwing knives, but I also want to upgrade Nightshade. It would be nice to have another health. I think we're going to go up 1 more health. Up to 5 health. For Ghillie, we definitely need another defense dice. And I failed the training, so I cannot do the defense dice. Oh, so let's go with the Call of Falcon. And let's just put the tiger out as well. Do we want the tiger? Ghillie's got a lot of good options here. Since he's ranged, I'm going to go with the multi-arrow. Now, for our last phase, which is rest and recovery, I want to get them up to their full health with what I gained. So Duster will be up to 5, and Ghillie will be up to 5. Easy day 1. We will advance the marker and head on to day 2. Pirating the Pirates. The escape went off well enough, but making a raft from scratch is too time consuming with Nobulus's machinations' imminent arrival. Fortunately, a keen gearlock eye spots a shady group of marauders that has already done the work. Known locally as the Scrap Lords for their practice of picking clean those unfortunate city folk who venture too close to the Cybron, this ragtag group of vagrants often patrols the bank near Obender, looking for its next mark. Today, we caught them napping. We can take the raft now in the broad daylight, or we can wait until nightfall and escape under the cover of darkness. So, we have 2 choices, both would be a fight. Commit a brazen act of piracy in broad daylight. Our BQ is our standard baddie points. Then we'd have surprise, and we may draw Luke during their first turn. Or we get a training point if we succeed. We have surprise, but we start on the battle on Krellin positions. So I'm gonna do the second one. So our baddie Q will be, well, we're gonna use Ghillie's innate ability first to scout. Here we see Mischief 1, Goblin Mutant. He's only a 1 attack, he's 4 health. He's got low initiative at 3. We're going to keep him there. He'll be on the top of the baddie queue. So our baddie queue is comprised of 2 times 2. We're on day 2. We have 2 gear locks, so 4. So we have 4 set right there. Baddie 1 we already know. He'll be initiative 3. And he'll go into the 1 melee. Baddie 2. Untargetable if he rolls bones. He is ranged. And he's a 4 initiative. So he will go up here in the ranged spot. Baddie 3. Treasure Flea. Not a fun one. 6 health. 2 initiative. Very healthy. And he is melee. And lastly, 3 health. 3 initiative. And he is melee. So he will go there. We will roll in 4 and 3. Now we have surprise, so we will go first regardless because of surprise as part of the scenario. We will have to start in the Krellin spots. So we'll go there and there. I don't think I have to start in 1, 2. We'll do it just in case I do. Alright, round 1 fight. Who do we want to go after first? So this guy's pretty big. Alright, we're going to start with Duster. Movement 1. So Dexterity has 3 remaining. We're going to go... Oops, I'm sorry. Ghillie's first. Ghillie will move on. Range attack. So Ghillie will go... Let's bring in 2 left. We'll go the 2 attack dice. So Eagle will come in and then 2 attack. So we're going 1, 2. And then this will come in next to Ghillie. Right there. Next is Duster. One to get onto the raft. And we'll go to attack, a defense. I don't know that I want to waste bleed on this character. So I'm going to roll less dice, which kind of stinks. So 3 attack. So that was a good hit. Didn't quite defeat him. We'll put the bones in here. We'll move to purple. Purple will go after the weakest. For 1 and 1. So 1 defense, 1 attack on the eagle. Next, we have the Goblin Mutant, and just 1 attack dice at Duster, and we'll do 1 damage, which we don't mind that, to be honest, because that means we can bring Nightshade out. Green, so 2 movement. He will target the strongest, which is Ghillie, but this is in range. So we'll go there, and this has Blind Strike and 1 Mind. So Blind Strike is at the start of the turn, it deals damage to strongest adjacent unit. Was not adjacent to anybody, so the Blind Strike will not hit. 1 Mind says, on this unit's turn, all other beast type baddies roll 1 attack dice against their targets. Ooh, that's bad. So 2 beasts, no target, which is good. This does have a target, which will be... So we're going to roll for that. And it kills the Falcon. And then it just rolls a defense dice. It does not attack. And it does no defense, so that's not horrible. Last, we have the Timid Geophage. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, so I apologize if I'm butchering that. When this unit is defeated, place a loot die on its position. Oh, and I'm supposed to have loot from the first scenario, so I'm just going to give it to him and I'll read those afterwards. And then Flee is... Remove this unit from battle at the end of rounds 2 and 5 and place it in defeated stack. If this happens, closest opponent using loot. So if I don't defeat it by the end of round 2, I'll lose. Ghillie will lose his bananas, and he will roll a defense dice and misses. So that's good. On to round 2. So at the start of this round, Nightshade will come in because Duster is less than full health. His initiative goes to 6. He will go here and roll 2 dice at the champ halfwit. 1. Not a great roll. Ghillie will what is Ghillie gonna do? I think Ghillie's gonna roll multi-arrow in. And 2 attack. So what we can do with this is we can get both of these in one shot. Because I can do 2 arrows for 2 damage each, multi-arrow, which will kill both of them. We will pull those out. And I should have chose my target first, which would have been the 2, because then the 1 makes it easier for that. So I'll have to express my targets for that. So that is Ghillie. All right. So that's 1 dexterity, 3 remaining. Definitely want to put the bleed on. Well, so if we waste the bleed right now, boy, we're just going to go 2 attack and a defense dice. Very bad roll. So I can't do that because it's not adjacent to both with backstab. So she is done. Now he'll target the weakest, which will be Duster. He's already got the defense dice on. Bone, so he's untargetable the next turn, which is bad. Now, up is the timid Geophage. He's going to flee, and when he does, he will take opposing unit. So let's have him take the snare. So he flees. Round 3, he will come back on in his starting position, which is there. And to start will be Nightshade. Nightshade will move 2 to right there and roll 2 attack dice and do 2 damage. Ghillie will shoot from his position with 2 attack dice for 3. And now Duster will move 1 and attack with 2 attack dice and defeat the goat. The goat is dead. And they are done. Untargetable is why we didn't go after. And we'll roll a single attack dice. We'll do 1. It will do weakest, which will be Nightshade. Will take 1 damage. All right. Round 4. Nightshade would be 2 dice. But Duster would be 3. So Nightshade, I'm not even going to move. I'm just going to pass on him because the better chance is for Duster. So Ghillie will go first. Ghillie will fire 2 attack dice for 2, so knock off 1 shield, 1 damage. Duster will throw the bleed dice because that should guarantee the death of our monkey, and monkey's dead. And victory is ours. Nothing I could spend there, so those will come off. Replace all my dice. Full health. 1 health less. 1 health less. Okay. So, for our success, we'll get 2 training points each and a loot card each. So Duster will have a descaler, and Ghillie will have night vision goggles. Now 2 training points each. I want throwing knives for sure for Duster. And I think we want to try to add a defense dice. There's a bones, training failed. So instead of that, let's add promise of prey. For Nightshade. For Ghillie, we're going to get Call of the Tiger, and we're going to try defense. Successful. And put a 1 there. Updated. Ready to go. We have gained another point. So now we will move on to day 3. Where things will continually get more and more challenging. I'm not going to read the full flavor text on this one, and I only have 1 option. So this says BQ, half baddie points. Add Amomesh on lane 1, baddie range position on battlemate. To build an amalgamech. We'll say amalgamech. Randomly stack number of mech baddies equal to party size. Add hit points equal to only topmost mech baddie HP stack. Each time the topmost mech is defeated, reveal and add hit point to newest topmost mech. Amalgamech is treated as a mech with multiple lives evolving as each entity is defeated. So the BQ is half a baddie points. So we're at 6, so it'll be 3 level 1s. From Rest and Recover, we're going to have Nightshade recover. So he comes out to begin the battle with us. We will not recover Duster. So we will stack 2 of these equal to party size. Add hit points equal to the topmost. So 4. Initiative 1. We use that for the remainder of the battle. Each time the topmost mech is defeated, reveal and add hit points to the newest mech, and it's treated as a mech with multiple lives. And then if it's successful, I'll shuffle in another special encounter. So this one will go into lane 1, ranged. So right here. Ghillie will scout. 1 health goes right away. I don't want him. Round 1. Detonate 2 careless, so he could kill himself essentially if we roll a bones for him. 3 health. Lane 2 on a 4 initiative. And melee. And this is actually and this one is on, so we're just gonna move these off real quick. And flip. Don't have to do that, but we will, because it changes where they starting positions are. Next, don't like this guy at all. This one's a tough one. He's a 4. He's got dodge. Dodge is just really hard to get rid of. Since you cannot, with these chimps, you cannot target them with your attack dice. In Mischief, Mischief gets rid of any lock dice, so that can be bad. But for the most part, these guys are really slow. So I'm feeling optimistically confident in this battle, just depending on what kind of health comes up. But it keeps that initiative the whole round, so even though another mech will come out, it's not horrible. All right, let's roll in my initiatives. Ooh, I like that. 6, 4, so Duster special ability is can go anywhere on the mat. So who am I most worried about? I can give bleed right away to the chimp, so that's where I'm gonna go. And Ghillie doesn't need to be close to anybody, so we're just gonna go down here in the corner, and Duster will go adjacent right there. And I think we have our Q set. So I can grant any hero lock 2 buff HP, otherwise during a lockpick attempt. So I don't know if I want to use that. Heal yourself for HP equal to the current round, so this is important. Night vision goggles, shuffle special encounter, the ebony doorway into your encounter deck if you have not already been added. So I don't think we're going to do that right now. We might try to get rid of that and get some different loot. So let's start. Round 1. We will attack the chimp. We will... It has... Can't use that because it's adjacent. So we're going to put the bleed. And we'll do 1 defense. And we'll roll the attack because I can't trigger it, but if I get bones, we can add the bones in. So, good. What a waste of a roll. Oh. And we will give the bleed condition. Now I'm just going to put this dice on top of the chimp because it's just easier to do it that way than to grab the bleed dice out. And then it doesn't go back in my active slot. So I did no damage, which is fine. Ghillie, who does Ghillie want to try to take out? I think we're going to try to take out the goblin with his ranged. So he has... Don't think we want to use that yet. 2 attack. One defense. We don't need a defense. We're going to bring out both his pets. So 2 attack. There. Roll the bones on one of his pets. And then this one's good. 3 health this time. And that will go adjacent to him. So almost killed the bad guy, but not quite. Alright, purple's up next. He will target the weakest. So move and do 1 and 1. He'll get 2 defense, do 1 damage to Nightshade. Next is yellow. 1 attack at Duster. Does 1 damage. Duster has a shield, so I believe it goes down to 1 shield. Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm supposed to just use it both. So it'll do 0 damage to me. Oh, Blind Strike does do 1 true damage before. So shields don't block it, so I will have to take the 1 for Blind Strike. Next is Nightshade 2 into the goblin. The goblin's got 2 shields. This will be hard to get through. See if Nightshade can... Oh! Pop that and does the damage. So pretty good roll from Nightshade. Doesn't get much better than that. Green, multiple targets. He won't be able to get adjacent to 2. So he goes weakest, 1, 2. And he will target Nightshade. Nightshade might be dead. Nightshade is dead. So Nightshade goes here with 1 health. Lastly, 1, 2. Nobody in range. Go like that. Round 2. Start with Duster. Duster will move 1. And roll this. And 2 attack dice. We were going to go after the goblin. Whoops. So 2 will kill the goblin. And here's another one where I believe I'm doing this right. So with the throwing knives say that deal damage to non-adjacent baddie. So I'm not targeting it, but it's got to be non-adjacent, which would be this, because diagonal is not adjacent. It has to be either to the above, below, right, or left. So that would deal 1 damage, and that's why I used the Viral Blade for that specific baddie. And Duster is done. Next is Ghillie. Ghillie will target. This is going to die automatically. So I think we're going to target the Devastator, and we're going to use our multi-arrow so that we have a chance. Oh, I'm sorry. First goes his pet. So his pet will move 1 and now get 2 attack. And he'll do 1 damage. Really bad roll for the pet. Now, Ghillie, his full dexterity, will roll 4 dice. So 1 here, had to roll the bones. So defeating this guy, he will not detonate. This will go in here for split targets, which is nice. Won't need it this round. We use this to send 1 damage to that guy as well, and that's done for the round. And this will go in the lock slot, so he'll have 1 defense. His turn, he bleeds, which takes a damage, which defeats our gorilla buddy, which is good. Next, he will target the weakest. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. He will target here because I believe because I have a shield, this would be weaker. So we will target the pet. Let me get that back on correctly. That will be X. So let's take a look at Assault. This unit's attack is equal to its current HP. So it's at 3, so it will throw 3 dice into Ghillie's pet and just defeat it. And then Self-Repair says, at the start of the turn, place a defense. Start of this unit's turn, place defense dice totaling number on it. So it will get that, and then it will roll. Oh, it already did roll, sorry. And defeated our animal. Round 3. Only 2 attack. That's not good. 3, 1, 2, 3. So that wasn't a horrible attack. Ghillie will go 2 attack to defeat this one. Up to 2 health, which isn't horrible. All right, and this one has Self-Repair 1 and Swap. So Swap says at the end of this turn it will switch position with the closest, strongest opposing unit. So it will go 1 It will attack for 1 and 3 defense, which this thing is going to be hard to kill. So 4. And does 1 damage. And now it will swap spots with Ghillie. Oy vey. Oh, I had 1, so we will not take that damage. Because I had 1 shield remaining. Round 4. Duster will move 1 and roll 2 attack, 1 defense. And knock off one of its. Ghillie will go 2 attack, 1 defense. And get rid of that, which is not boding well for us. And it will attack. It'll get that. Wow. And knock off my shield. Round 5. I'm not sure how we're going to defeat through all this defense. Obviously, I didn't know this one was coming up. Could have saved the bleed effect, which is true damage. Don't have any of their true damage. Ghillie's. So we can deal 5 damage if we can get to Broadhead with a bones. So that's not horrible. So that's what we're going to hopefully be shooting for right there. Starting with Duster. Duster will roll 2 and 1. Not horrible. Ghillie will roll 2 and 1. Just 2. No bones. Not good. Oh, he should be swapping at the end of his turn. Sure would be nice to not roll that much defense every single time. Last round. So, with the last round, if I could have got it a little bit less, everybody's going to take a damage from bleed to start the round. So Duster will start, take a damage from bleed. We'll move 1 and roll 2 attack dice for 3. Ghillie will do his best here. So this will go here. This will go 1. So that is 3. So I could do a total of 6 with removing all of my bones. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got him. So I'm going to do Broadhead. Broadhead does 5 damage. So I stack it on top of that. That's 6. Remove all these. And that will somehow become victorious and defeat the mechs. All right, got lucky there. So we get 1 skill. So for the skills, let's get rid of all this stuff. I feel like I need more attack dice. Need to figure out how my animals can do a little bit better here. Because I don't believe they get to attack when they roll out, because on there it says that they don't attack until at the start of their turn they attack before Ghillie. So I should have probably used my bananas to heal Duster. That's fine. We can heal at the end of this round. So 2 loot. So Ghillie gets a handed blade, 2 uses. Anytime you use this during your roll attack dice, your turn, roll 2 attack dice apart from other dice, and deal damage to an adjacent unit. Rolling a bones breaks this blade, and it must be discarded. Okay. That's cool. I'll have to discard 1 for Duster. Oh, 2. So another one. Fishing rod during individual options recovery phase. Gain an additional option. Roll a d6. Place number of hit points in Gearlock's prep area as buff HP. Very cool. Might save that till later. We'll see how hard it gets. Harpoon pistol. Choose a non-tyrant baddie on the battle mat and place it on a position adjacent to you. If the baddie is a Krillin, it is instantly destroyed. I really like that. Roll d6, apply the results to any lock. So I don't have any locks. I think I'm going to discard this one and save the descaler, the bananas, and the harpoon pistol. I can only keep 3. So now I have 1 training point. So let's try to add, maybe we just go viral blade, not try to, because that'll just be another attack dice. But once it's used, it's gone. That's the issue. Let's try to, let's roll for it. Success. So now we can be up to 3 attack dice. We're gonna do the same for Ghillie. Especially with his multi-shot arrows, we need to have more attack dice. Success, thank goodness. Add 1 there. Rest and recovery phase. We're gonna heal, I can only heal 1. We'll heal up to 5 for Duster. We got another point. So we're getting close to being able to go on and beat the bad guy. I don't think I want to make an attempt at... Oh, we have to add in a special encounter as well. Council Labs. So Council Labs, Biohazard. Don't like that. That's going into our box. So I'm just going to put it in here and shuffle. When I'm done, we'll just go like that, quickly, not look, and move on to day 4 of our adventure. Here are day 4 options. Those who live in grass houses shouldn't throw stones. BQ, baddie points. Add the number of points equal to party size. Place a pillar with number of HP equal to party size on each of the mech starting position 1, 2, 5, and 6. Oh boy. So we're on a 5. So we're going to scout with my innate ability for a Ghillie. So obstacles, we'll use these. So the encounter's success is achieved when the 4 pillars or all baddies are defeated. So place a pillar with the HP equal, so that's not bad. They're only 2 HP each. But they are all over the board. My 8, so let's take a look. We're going to scout. Equipment. In mischief. When this unit enters battle, ooh, I don't like that. All right. Here's our baddie queue. Number 1, 3 initiative, not horrible. Don't like 1 mind. All beast baddies will attack, so that's not great. And he is ranged as well, so he'll go in starting range spot. Detonate and careless. Use a 4. 3 health. Oh, I'm gonna have more because I got it. It's gonna be 10 because I was supposed to add the party size. So it's going to be 2 5-point baddies. So 2 5-point baddies. And he'll go. Ooh, both are ranged too. Disgusting. All right. Let's roll out some initiative dice here. Mr. Nightshade will not be joining us to start. 4 and 3. So the question is, do I try to knock down? So this is 11 health versus 8. Two and 1. So if I go here, because I can start anywhere with Duster, so if I go there, I could attack this and get rid of 2 and shoot. I think we just try to knock these out. That's what I think we're going to do. All right, we're going to start with, well, then I should be down here. It makes more sense to be here because he's ranged. Yeah, I think this might be easy with Ghillie being ranged. So he's going to do 3 attack 1 defense. We're not going to waste our time with his animals. And that destroys that. And he'll get a shield. Next, ranged, multiple targets. So he'll shoot at both of us. 2. So 3 damage. Whew. 1, 2. And a shield on Ghillie. 1, 2, 3. Not a good start for Duster. And another 2. Oh, bad. Whew. Luck. Oops. I mean, that's my roll. I'm not going to take it back. I'm technically, Duster is next, but 2-1. The only way I'll change it is if Duster rolls a shield. So, which it did, so we'll just get rid of the shield since I did it wrong. So that will stay out and we will defeat this. And he did that damage to both of us. Round 2. To start, Nightshade will come out adjacent. I mean, this should be about the easiest win ever, I think. Encounter success is achieved when 4 pillars or all baddies are defeated. Yeah. Nightshade's up. He just needs an average roll here. Got it. And Ghillie rolling 3 attack and defense. Got it. That is probably the easiest scenario I've ever faced. Collapses and they are done. Don't think I've ever had one that simple, to be honest. And maybe it's just because I have Ghillie with in his range makes that big of a difference. All right. So we succeeded. So 2 training points and 1 treasure. Ghillie will choose during battle, use another KO'd Gearlock to revive them. Absolutely. We're going to take the yeah. This is a malfunctioning mech. Increase your dex by 2 for this turn. If you reduce the HP of a mech this turn, this loot is not discarded. We'll put that there. I'm going to keep what I have here. Rest and recovery. I will, oh, not quite. 2 training points. So, probably need defense. So let's roll a defense dice for Duster. We'll call that good. And for second, I think we're gonna go with, do I want ferocity or viral blades? Flint and tinder isn't horrible either. because I could heal up to my 2 or higher. So we're going to go Flint and Tinder for my second, because that's rolled during rest and recovery phase, which I'm doing next. So I would get to roll it and heal Nightshade. Then for Ghillie, I think we go Call of the Wolverine. And we get his dexterity to 5 for his 2 upgrades. We're on the next day of our trip. That will go there. We will advance to day 5. Oh, I'm sorry, rest and recovery. Up to 5 health. Up to 5 health. Flint and Tinder dice. 2. Nightshade is fully healed, which is good. And we're ready for, day 5. Are we on day 5 already? We are. So after, if we defeat this next scenario, we'll be able to go after our final objective. Oh boy, this is the one we just put in. This is the special encounter. We're going into a lab. It looks like a mech lab. Let's see what we have. Oh boy. So what the heck is down here? Include mechs. So there were 3 points. We're on day 5. So we're at 10 points. So it would go 3 mechs in a 1-point baddie if we do that. At the end of each round, replace the top of every 5-point baddie with a new... Oh, that is horrible. It's probably if we just leave things down here forever. I've never had this one. So I just get a victory point and I can move my day. I feel like that's what I'm going to do, because I can do some scouting then for day 6 and see what my 5-point chips are. Yeah, we're going to take it. So we'll go to day 6. Now, I can go after him or I can wait till day 7. Let's take a look. Here is the final guy. The matter over minds. BQ, baddie points. Party of 1, ignore this. Add 1 point baddie equal to party size, so that's 2. Colossum goes on top. Gearlocks may choose when to enter battle mat. During battle setup and end of round. At least 1 Gearlock must be on the mat at the start of each round. During battle, Gearlocks enter the top of the initiative meter. Whenever placing units on the battle mat, first place Gearlock, then baddies. Do not place any more baddies from BQ if non-tyrant baddies on mat are equal to or exceed number of Gearlocks on mat. We have built the baddie queue and are ready to fight Colossum. This is going to be a hard fight. Main reason is the size is huge. We have 2 5-point baddies and then a bunch of 1-point baddies, and we can't attack Colossum until there's no baddies on the mat. So we need to defeat the baddies that are on there, and there'll only be 2 non-tyrant baddies depending on how many Gearlocks I have out. I think I'm going to go with both Gearlocks because I think that's the best way to do it. Don't know if that's correct. So let's build this out. So he's going to have 8 health. And he'll be 6. He will start there. We will roll his special dice when he goes. I do have to place both of my gear locks before I place the baddies. So we're gonna go down this corner. And I think we're gonna go here and hope that that's a melee character and blocks Colossum from getting to me. So number 2 is a melee character. 4 initiative, 6 health. We really need to get these 5-point baddies out of the way so that we can get to the 1 point and hopefully defeat. I'm gonna have a bunch of Ghillie's animals out. We'll eventually have Nightshade, so hopefully we can get there, but I don't know if we will. Then we will go 4. These are all very fast. Melee. Not liking my odds in this, I'm gonna be honest. This looks very, very tough. Time to roll in some initiative dice. Double 5s. All right, well, he's gonna go after the strongest. Probably right in between them, because I can't hit him. So I don't believe it can roll because it has no target. Don't think he rolls dice because he has no target. I could be wrong. That's how I'm going to do it right now. If that's wrong, let me know. Duster. Duster's just going to go straight after that right away. I feel like I saved the bleed here. And we go 3 attack and a defense dice. And we'll roll 2. We'll get 1 defense, 1 bones, which will come in handy in this game. Ghillie. I think we stay, so he's at 5 dexterity. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Um, 4, 5, all attack dice. We will target the primate. So 2. Bone. Eagle. And this will use a dexterity every turn, which kind of stinks. those are adjacent. Weakest, 1, 2. Blind strike, dealing 1. And it will do 3 attack dice and a defense dice. And do 3 to me. 2 because of shield. Shield's gone. Brutal first round. Reset round 2. This isn't horrible because it's going to have to attack one of the animals. I think we'll have it attack that. So we'll take that, 1 and 1. So we'll do 1 here. Then we have the brain, and it says synapse, weakest gear lock must move adjacent to closest fellow gear lock, which is impossible because we can't go here. Then attack it, rolling the attack dice. And so since it can't, we don't have to resolve that because it's blocked. And these are not gear locks, these are pets, they're not considered gear locks. So I think we lucked out there. Because the pets are still alive and we have a shot. All right, round 2. That's done. Duster, we're in round 2. What does Duster want to do? I'm gonna have to use bananas right now because I'm gonna have to heal myself too. I'm just too weak. Nightshade will come out adjacent to me, which he should have attacked first. This is 6+, so I think he always goes first. So 1, and he'll make an attack right there. 2 defeats it. All right, so that's good. So if we can manage to defeat this one, how do we do this? All right. Duster is going to go 1, 2. So I have 2 left. So I think we go 1, 2 with just attack because we don't want the bleed on that. We want to try to get the bleed on Colossum. Not a good roll. We will do 1 damage. Now the animals go. Moves, rolls a dice, does a damage. This one's gonna just stay there. It has nobody in attack because it can't go after Colossum, and now Ghillie will shoot for 3 attack dice and 1 defense dice. And it'll defeat him. And now we will move on to round 3. The next 2 1-point baddies will come in. So he's a 1 health. 6. He'll go behind Nightshade. And he will go into 2 here. That's actually a pretty good spot for Nightshade to take him out. And this guy is a 4 initiative. And he is also melee, which is good. So we have a shot of taking him out. All right. Colossum starts. He will target strongest, which will be the eagle this time. Move the weakest gear lock. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's horrible. Move there. Does 1 damage. And now I will roll 3 dice at my fellow gear lock and do 3 damage to Ghillie. Because I rolled the brain for Colossum. Next is Duster. Duster will attack right there. Do I want to move? 1, 2 attack. Is that there? Yeah, I think we're going to attack there actually. Actually, we don't want him to go, but another tough spot. Yeah, I gotta attack him. Because we didn't want him to signal anybody else. Or does that matter? Well, I rolled it. He's dead. What's done is done. Now I'm stuck, so I think we do our Viral Blade and 2 defense. And deal 1 damage there. Now Ghillie, this will go 1, 2. Rolls a bone. Ghillie will shoot at it with 3 attack dice. Defeat this guy. Now we will roll 2 or 1 dice at Colossum, and we get a bones. So 0 progress made. Let's see, Cry Wolf. All right. And 3, and he has range, which is not good. All right, weakest owl, or eagle, I should say. That he will roll 3 attack dice at Duster for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not been good with that. That synapse brain every single time is bad. What do we do? Duster. Let's see if we can do anything, Duster. 2. This guy will range the weakest. We'll go there. Dead. Now we will go I have no way of getting in range of any targets. 1, 2. I am going to, I believe Duster will probably be killed. That's probably what's going to happen. Ghillie will shoot there. If we kill it, we could do something. Both are at 1. We're going to target the monkey. We'll roll 5, so 4 dice. So we're going to use the 2 and do 2 and 2. So we'll defeat both of these. And go on to the next round. I think this is round 5. I missed one there. All right, not good. No bad EQ, so that's fine. But I mean, 8 health. What do we do to try to defeat him? He's going to target the strongest. That's the only target is Duster. Duster is probably going to be Gonzo here. Oh, so we're adding 3 1-point baddies to the baddie queue. And Duster was defeated. I will use the defibrillator. To revive her. This will permanently reduced by 1. And we will follow the KO rules. So this will come off. All these are lost. And I will not slot in until the next one. So I'll re-roll that when it comes out. So now Duster will go 1, 2, roll 2 attack dice into our Colossum. Two damage. 1, 2. Doesn't get close enough to attack. We're going to use my blade. So first, we're going to attack with full 3 attack dice and 1 defense dice at Colossum, and then we will follow it up with a 2 dice roll here. So 2 damage. I'm sorry, no damage. We got rid of his 2 shields. Let's see if Ghillie can help us with his backup plan. So this reads, anytime during your attack, roll 2 attack dice apart from the other dice. So I'm going to do that now. Deal damage to the adjacent unit. Rolling a bones breaks this blade, canceling attack roll, and it must immediately be discarded. So it doesn't say I can't. So if I roll a bones, maybe it's not horrible. So 2 damage. Yeah, if I had 1 more bones, I would just be able to do 5 damage. All right. So now we go to round 6. Everybody's going to take a damage at the beginning of this round. We have 2 more baddies coming out. Both initiative 4, both exactly the same thing. I will re-roll Duster in, coming in late. These will both be 4s. That's fine. All right, once again, we have to defeat those. This is the last round. Everybody will take a damage. So 1 true damage to start. Oh, so close on defeating him. He will attack Nightshade. Oh, my gear lock can go out there. Should have been placed first, so it's kind of cheating. So an attack here. Moves up here, 3 attack, onto Duster. Will Duster live through this? Ooh, probably not. So that's there. Nightshade will go there. Attack with 2. Does 2 damage. Ghillie, 1, 2, will attack here. Nothing. Oh. Ghillie will attack. See if we can kill this one before it kills Duster. 3. Does. Oops, took a damage. Took a damage from bleed. Dead. Takes a damage from bleed. And takes a damage from bleed. So even with that, it wouldn't have mattered. So ran out of rounds. Colossum is victorious. I could run this back one more time. I would go to day 7 and it would just make it harder. So I failed it. On day 6, I could have done another mission from here to try to level up one more time. But I decided to go in a day early. I can retry again, but then it's 16, so then I'm gonna have 3 5-point baddies on top of the initiative queue before I go after, so it's just gonna be a lot harder to defeat it. So I'm not gonna run it back at that. I don't know what I would have changed up. I had some really bad rolls here in the middle with them, and then his ability was bad because it's a 50% dice to just keep adding 1-point baddies in here, but instead I kept rolling the skull, and the skull kept pushing my guys and attacking myself, and that made a huge difference. So interesting matchup. Depending on what ability the tyrant uses makes a big difference. So hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.